Hey, what's up guys? Benny here and welcome to a brand new series, Benny's Bootcamp, which is all about helping you get better at Call of Duty Warzone. I'm going to be coaching through gameplay of my own and yours, which you send in to help you get better at the game, saying what you could do better, what you did wrong, and just working on all those skills that help you get those wins. Also, 94.4% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so if you are new, please do subscribe. I'll really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into my gameplay, which is 74 kills in Call of Duty Warzone. All right, so getting off to a good start is crucial to a good game of Warzone. When you land, you want to prioritize getting yourself a weapon and as much cash as you possibly can. You'll notice when I'm running through these hangars at the start of the game, I'm picking stuff up fairly quickly. I could probably do it a little bit quicker, partially because I'm using contextual tap, so I can just grab whatever I see, prioritize getting a weapon, normally either an SMG or an assault rifle, the best things to go for. I did make a little bit of a mistake because I didn't land with the rest of my team, and one of them has already been killed and is out of the game, which is a shame. I get very lucky there, managed to find a legendary chest, which gives me a UAV and a cage fighter, which is a pretty good assault rifle. And because it's the start of the game, no one's got ghosts, so I can tell exactly where the enemies are. I can get behind them as they're already engaging my teammates, and I can pick up a fair few easy kills because they just have no idea I'm there, which is always an advantage. Here is a mistake. I'm going to stop this here, right? It is not a squad wipe, right? That is one thing I'm saying. This is not a squad wipe. I've not got it on my screen. No one's going to be having a self-revive at this stage of the game, and I've downed both of these, and then for some reason, rather than going to help my team, I'm just shooting him in the face. Like, that is a mistake. Do not do that. Always prioritize making sure the entire team is wiped out before finishing those kills at early game, especially because no one's got self-revive. All right, so the next priority that our team are getting done is getting a contract so we can get some money so we can buy our loadout drop. So our teammates grab that, and then you'll see everyone on the minimap just turned to go and kill that contract, which is what you want to be doing. You want to get those contracts done as quickly as you can. Thankfully, I've got a beast of a team, and they just can clear this up pretty quickly, and I get some free cash. So this next bit of the game is a bit of an interesting bit because we've now got the money to be able to get our loadout drops. We want to be heading to a buy station or finding another contract. And I just kind of run out in the open for some reason and get shot at. I have no idea where this bullet's come from. So I want to just point something out though. There's a couple things that you'll notice here. I, first of all, have no idea where this enemy player is, but I get cracked and I can see the direction the bullet has come from. And I quickly scan the area to find some cover to dive behind. I see the enemy there. Then I can just drop an airstrike on him to knock him off that high ground. And then I've got a fairly easy kill to pick up as he's just going to be running away. Here, watching this gameplay back, I'm making a mistake. If you look at the minimap, all my teammates are on the other side to the right fighting another team. And I'm just blindly rushing for a kill that I've downed where I don't know if this guy's got 3 teammates around here. I've just knocked him from a distance, and this could very easily end up with me being killed. However, I just kind of get a bit lucky, which you need in 74 kill games, and here is teammate coming down the parachute and getting easy 2 kills. But I am nowhere near my teammates, so hopefully they can win the fight. Now here I'm a bit nervous because I've just seen the teammate go down, and I've had to just run across the map to go and get involved in this fight, but thankfully, teammates managed to pick up the kill, and we win that fight as well. Something you also want to be doing in a game of Warzone is getting used to using the buy station, using it as quick as possible. Know how to call your loadout drop in quickly, how to buy self-revives, UAVs, armor plates, and your teammates back as quickly as possible. Because those are the main things you're going to be buying. And also, which loadout you're going to be using. You don't want to be spending 20, 30 seconds at a loadout picking your class. Okay, I've just paused it here because this is where things start to get interesting. We've just used the buy station for the first time, which means our squad's going to have UAVs. We've got our class loadouts, and we can start playing a bit more aggressive. We pop a UAV and see an enemy squad on the minimap near us. We start taking shots, and he drops to the left and into cover. Now, the decisions you make here are the crucial decisions which help you make a team fight. I know there is an enemy squad over there because I can see the red dots on the minimap, and I need to get some cover between me and them to increase my chances of picking up the kills. So I slide straight over here. Now, when I'm behind this rock, there is less of my body for them to be able to shoot at, but gives me the clearest shooting, like, kind of angle. So I'm more likely to pick up the kills. So very quickly, just spray through that window and try to play aggressive and support my teammates. Because my teammate on the right, if you see, Cal, he's overlapped to kind of stretch out the angles and kind of increase the places that we can shoot them and reduce their kind of chance of survival. So very quickly pick that kill up. We now know we've got 2 down. Play very aggressive. Use our equipment. Here, I don't know what I'm doing. All right, and this is something I want to talk about. Map knowledge is key because I'm just bunny hopping, trying to climb into a window that you can't climb into. And thankfully, we steamroll this team. But in another situation, that could work out very badly if you're like running away from an opponent or something like that. So get used to the map and learn so you don't do mistakes like that. But overall, a nice team wipe. I then decide to get into a chopper, which is always an interesting play because it can work out sometimes, sometimes not. But I use it to try and play really aggressive. See someone on the buy station thanks to that UAV. Pick up the kill with these overpowered snakebite akimbo pistols, which are ridiculous, by the way. Definitely use them if you haven't already. Okay, so something that I try to do when I'm in the mid game, when you've got your custom loadouts and you've got a bit of cash as well, is I try to play bounties as quick as possible. And the best way I found of picking them up and kind of getting around the map quickly is to use vehicles like a chopper or a truck, just so you can get around. If you're wanting to get a high kill games, you need to be moving around the map as quickly as possible. Cluster strike incoming, so I just go to pick up my team so then we can be a bit more aggressive and take out that bounty. Now, this is actually one of my favorite things about Warzone. The moment when you've got a bounty on screen and you know you're rushing into a gunfight. There's 2 squads here. So there's the bounty and also the people on top of swimming pool. Now, my team have dropped off and I'm going to try and get that high ground by just using the chopper as a weapon, as you do. No idea how I didn't kill him, and also why this guy just hasn't turned around. I've got very fortunate here. They could have had C4s where the chopper could have been taken out. And also, I then kind of have a look around, know this guy's dropped off the map, and can pick up that kill as well, which is quite nice, where I can then focus on trying to help my team from the high ground. Oh, so this is a really good point, actually. One of the best things that you can do in Warzone is to call in 3 UAVs and get the VSAT. It means that you can see the location of every squad that doesn't have Ghost on the map. This is something my team take advantage of a lot when we're trying to get high kill games, because you'll notice in this next bit of gameplay, we actually split into 2 squads. We turn into a 2-2, where we've got a supporting teammate to help us out in gunfights, but it's something you want to be doing when you go for those high kill games. So I know exactly where I want to head next, because if you look in the distance, I see the loadout drop fall down, and this is the perfect time to rush an opposing team because everyone just gets obsessed about what they're going to get from their loadouts. And you also know it's at this stage of the game more than likely going to have the entire squad there, so you know 4 players are going to be there getting their classes in, which gives you a chance to pick up a load of kills, which is what I believe we do here. So notice the first one, both me and Cal start shooting them and manage to down 2. We now know it's a 2v2. Getting that first down in a gunfight is key to success. All right, this is always a bit of a risky play. I've just heard the door open upstairs, and you can tell they can hear us running up. So it's never a good position to be in, and this isn't something I would recommend you try. But if you do, always use the outside of this building because it gives you a nice little flank if they're focusing on the door. Gets that first kill. We know there's one more from that fight previously, and we pick up the second, which is just a perfect squad wipe there. Bounty's done. Load more cash for the team where we can get more UAVs. But I actually want to go back to the start of this fight, actually. I want to go back to just the start here. Now, this is one situation you want to be taking advantage of in Warzone. Always be looking for the angles that players aren't expecting you to come from. Because if I open the door, first of all, there's going to be a lot of noise and they know exactly where you're coming from. Here, not too sure. He's looking for us on the bottom. They've split as well. And it's just an easy 2 kills for us, where this fight started as a 4v2. All right, so next, once again, just working on getting the VSAT, spending all that money that I've got just so we then know exactly where enemy squads are. And this is the moment you start to panic. If you look at the minimap to see 2 whole squads nearby, but also if you want high kill games, exactly what you want to happen. So I'm just going to rush. Make sure you use your equipment. If you know their locations, you can throw your stuns, you can use your grenades. All of that sort of stuff is going to give you a big advantage in a team fight. Here, panicked a little bit because they've called us kill streak in. I'm kind of in no man's land there, and you can see players that have Ghost are now appearing on the map because they didn't move for a little bit. Gives us an opportunity to once again be in a fairly big team fight. This is important because the game has got self-revive in it. if you get the opportunity to finish enemy players down that your teammates have downed, do it, because they can move into cover. They could then self-revive and be a problem for you later on in the fight, especially if you think you've already downed them. All right, so we know we're now down to the last player. Both me and Cal are going to push over here and just kind of mop up this squad, which is nicely done. And that is the entire team dead. So this next fight is huge because we're approaching this building and we've seen there's one red dot on the minimap. And this is a great example of why not to fully trust your minimap. I throw the stun into the building, take down the person I think was the only person to find 3 people inside this room, which is incredible. And then I get down from outside. Now, this fight isn't completely over yet. We need to get the final kill up, use the self-revive to get back into the fight. And I'm straight out of there because you don't ever want to stick around. Get your plates back up and then re-engage when you can. Thankfully, Cal picks up the kill for the squad wipe. But I want to kind of rewind and take a look at this again, because if we go back to the start of this fight, I make a couple mistakes. Make some great play using the snake pipe pistols. This is how you want to enter a room. Always, if you can, restock is a great perk over Ghost, in my opinion, just because stuns in Warzone are incredible. Throw in, great advantage. Get the kill here at close range, down him. Then this is also the correct play. So push in there, take him out. Now, I've seen bullets come in through the door on that left. Now, what I should be doing is backing out of that room rather than trying to just finish off these opponents. I've given the enemy player a clear shot of me on the side and I get downed. It's a small mistake, but it's those small mistakes that could cost you from getting a 20 kill game. Okay, so we've just brought everyone back that got taken out, and then I don't know what I'm doing here. And it's one of the reasons I love going back and watching footage back. I'm like, all right, gotta get the next kills. I'm just not looking anywhere, and I'm just blindly running out into the open. Look at this. I don't check my corners. I don't check the road. We've already learned, do not trust the minimap. And here, I'm just not checking anything. He's not even on my screen, and I run away, slide, get taken out. Thankfully, once again, have that self-revive, but was such a silly play because I'm just getting so focused on one thing, chasing kills down, and I get killed without my teammate support, but lucky escape. Okay, so this is like the first time in the entire game for a while that the whole team's been together. Seen someone at the buy station. If you always see that flare go up on the left-hand side, which you can see, that means someone's being brought back from the buy station. So they're going to have only a pistol. They're only going to be having 2 armor plates unless they land back on their body. So you already know that you're at least 1 man up in a team fight. So rest of my team have gone into the building. I kind of want to pull that flank off again just to kind of put extra pressure on an opposing team, using the Grau as well, which is great at that medium to long range. I don't necessarily think I'm going to pick up the kill at that range, but what it is, it's about weakening your opponents so that your team can then go in and pick it up. Here, I make a mistake. Okay, my whole team have gone in to fight a squad. We've got money. We don't need to complete a contract, and I've just not gone in to help them and just gone to get another bounty. Shouldn't be doing this. This is stuff that you don't want to be doing. You want to be getting in there as quickly as possible. And by the time that I get into this fight, as you'll see, if I just speed it up, it's pretty much over. And I've got distracted again. One of our team, because of that, has got sent to the gulag, which at the end of it is costing us $4,500 if they don't win their 1v1. And we lose a lot of plates. It's a bit messy. I'm finally here, though. Communication is also vital. Knowing where players are going to be. Managed to pick up this kill that was behind, which was our bounty. Thankfully, gives us a load of money. This is something that I do recommend everyone to do. Use stun grenades for this reason. Not 100%... Ooh, what? Was that my stun? Wait a second. Did I stun grenade myself? No, this is bad. Hold on. I gotta look at this. So I throw the stun grenade. And I get flashed. So I'm not stunned, I'm flashed. So I've got hit by that, but knowing that I've hit him with a stun grenade, I can chase him down and just kind of... I don't think he's going to have an idea where I am. So managed to pick up that kill, but always use your equipment. Use stuns, use flashes. Don't just let them kind of sit there and doing nothing. So we're using the buy station to buy UAVs again, and we can now see that another player is hiding inside a building where hold on. I've got to watch this back because you see on the map that there is someone in so there's 2 players in here actually, and I'm just focused on one, And I just don't, because I'm running up with my teammate, I just don't see this guy lying on the stairs. So I'm like, wait, why can't I get up the stairs? Thankfully, managed to get out of there with a fraction of health left. Cal picks up the kills, and then we can kind of move on to the next fight. Oh, this is always one of my favorite moments. When you see a vehicle coming towards you on the map, and you've got a C4, you just start running towards them, and boom. Right, that's one thing. You don't know, when you throw a C4, and you'll notice a lot of players, I notice a lot of players don't do this, is if you double tap X on an Xbox controller, square on a PlayStation controller, you can remote detonate it quicker, which is how I take out all the vehicles. Really nice little trick. This is where Warzone starts getting interesting. Last 10 squads, last cut, like 4th, 5th circle. My entire team is just rushing a team on the left. Now, what... I remember this because I remember the call-outs. I was just shouting, get zone control, get zone control. When the gas is closing, if you get to the circle's edge, the enemy players have to run straight at you, which is why I'm ahead of my team. They get caught in the gas, and you'll notice, right? Sebi there goes down to the gas. We've then got another player in the gas who's very close to the edge, and it becomes a panic to get in. Rather than controlling it, making sure people come towards you, and you'll be able to pick up easy kills like this, where they're running in, they're in the open. You want to be moving with the gas, or you can get caught because it forces the player to move, and also it stops you getting the gas mask animation where you're taking it on and off, and which gets you killed all the time. Okay, this next bit, I want you to look at the mini map if you can. So, when you've got UAV up, you want to be taking in as much information as you can, where enemy squads are, so you can know where to position yourself. We know there's an enemy team hit right here, so we focus them, so we've got positional control. Sadly, teammate gets taken out by him, and Cal managed to clear it up. Next priority, get your teammates back in if you can, because at around the 5th circle, and it's the same every single game. First circle at 15 seconds left to go. And then also this circle at 43 seconds to go. The loadout drops come in. So you don't have to spend that 10 grand to get your classes back. All right, so we buy a teammate back. They can go get their loadout from the drop. Here's an interesting one. So I've spotted 3 players here. And you know it's 2 squads because there's a fight going on. So... this is not the time to use an airstrike kill streak because they're in the open, that it's not going to force them into a better position. They're already going to be pushed by the circle in 20 seconds, putting ourselves in a bit of a weak spot. Ideally, once again, you want to get circle's edge and make them run at you because what we do here costs us in the long run. So right here, this is a good play. So my teammate live marks the opponent. I then know to throw a stun in there, switch to my close range weapon, and I can just push him, and I know I've got a pretty easy down. So I finish him off. Know my teammates are flanking around. I can hear this guy. They're all going to focus on me because they've seen me. Give Sebi an easy kill. That's why flanking is so important. Here, once again, I'm just plating up here because I've got map position. I don't need to be rushing at them. And sadly, this is where we can improve in future. Use the stun again, pick him up. Sebi's in the gas, but thankfully it's a slow-moving circle. Can run in, get the loot, and then move into the zone. The intensity of, like, kind of final circles. I've also just noticed, I haven't been looking at my kill count for this, but 21 kills with 9 players left with me and Sebi on our team. 6 squads. So I've seen the vehicle kind of going on. We know we want to get Sebi his loadout as he landed with us rather than going off on his own, which is a great play. And this is something I shouldn't be doing. He had no idea I was there, and I'm just trying to crack his armor across the map. It's not something you want to do because you don't know where other enemy teams are as well. You kind of want to keep at the end circle those fights really short and close engagement because you don't want to attract the attention of other teams. Okay, this is a really good example of pulling off a flank as well. You'll notice on the minimap, Sebi has kind of done a big flank. Now, and I've just kind of held the high ground, so we know we can pinch him. I'm just going to throw my stuns in, try and help, but Sebi gets an easy kill there. Perfect teamwork. Now, this is the perfect time to talk about circle rotation. If you see, we're moving in with the gas and kind of going into this kind of the shorter end of the circle, trying to get the high ground as well. So always, your priority in Warzone should be get the high ground and the small part of the circle's edge, because you know it's less likely for an enemy team to come up behind you. And you could also catch players coming in from the side, just like we did here. So we're moving in with the edge, moving in with the circle. It's so much easier. Can't stress enough to spot enemy players. Get that stun off, and you've just got an easy team wipe there. And now we're in a 3v6 situation with a high chance of winning the game, which is what you want. Now, this is interesting, because you've got a few decisions that you can make in this kind of final circle position. So if we have a look at the map, the best map position here when just looking at this zone is the high ground on the left side of the screen. So just below the minimap. You want to have that because that will give you the angle over the rest of the circle. So my brain is instantly, right, let's just get there. Go there as quick as we can. Rush it, rush it, rush it. And I'm kind of checking, just use the low ground, just check that no one was hiding in that kind of rock space. Now here is the mistake. I've turned my back on the part of the zone that I have not checked. I've not checked the right, I've not checked the forward. I have no idea what is there. And I'm just like, okay, just don't worry about it. I'm just going to run it this way. Not checked him. Gives someone an easy shot on me and I get taken out. Now, that's a big mistake. Luckily, I've got this big drop where I can just drop in, use the self-revive. But the big thing to notice here is Sebi has had to jump into that fight so that I don't get taken out. So it kind of puts him into a 1v2 to a 1v4 situation, which is not what you want to do. And now I've had to use all my plates. So that was a mistake there. But thankfully, I've managed to push up, see the person that's taken Sebi out, and down him for a team wipe. Straight away, I now notice on the top right, I always try and figure out in these situations what the matchups are. Is it a 1v1? Is it a 1v2? Is it a 2v2? Because that affects how you play the game. I know I've got zone control here, so I don't have to push him. I know in 30 seconds, he has to come towards me. So I'm going to keep my body protected. I'm going to pre-aim and I'm going to wait. So the one thing here is I see him go to the left, right? So just at this bit, so I move forward so I can see the left side if he tries to flank around. I've had to open my body up a little bit more, but I know that he's not going to somehow appear like on my side. Take the shots, crack the armor. I know he's going to try repair armor, so I'm going to reposition and try to get a stronger position on the high ground, which is what I do with this rock. And then there we go, pick up the final kill. So once again, let's just have a quick look at that final push, because so here I'm waiting for him. I know he's at that rock. Right, break his armor. As soon as he drops in there, I know I can push and move. So move into a better, stronger position, because he's gonna, when he first pops out of that rock, he's gonna be looking at where I was. I can then pre-aim, take him down. It's an easy kill, and we end up getting the win, which is one of my highest kill games to date so far when you look at this leaderboard. 24 kills for me, 7,000 damage, 18 kills for Cal, 21 for Sebi, and then 11 for Blackford as well, which is a great all-round return. So there we have it, my very first episode of Benny's Bootcamp. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do go ahead and let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you want to feature in my very next episode, go ahead and DM me a link on Instagram at BennyCentral with a link to your gameplay, and it might be in the next video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time.